The following is a presentation of 4-Star Sports Media. It's time to get down and dirty in the Hog Trough with your host, Christian Johnston.
Hello, 4-Star Nation, inside the Hog Pen Nation and the Hog Trough Nation, and anybody that's watching, thank you for watching. It's another edition, a collaboration with Razorback Zach, who put together that amazing intro, man. That just gets me pumped up every time to do this show. Zach, how's it going, man?
What's up, dude? Hey, I'm kind of jealous of that myself. I was sitting there putting it together this afternoon, and I was like, man, this thing's better than mine.
Yeah, it looks great, man, and it's about time that I stepped my game up and got an intro. Because
it's great. It was great putting that together for you, man. I had a blast doing it, and like I said, I've had a blast doing all the intros for all the shows here at 4-Star Sports Media. But before we jump in, we got to thank all of our fans for watching Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, on our YouTube channel, all across our social media platforms, 4-Star Sports Media, the Hog Trough, and of course Inside the Hog Pen, and of course. We would both be in trouble if we didn't mention the new 4-Star Sports Radio Network. It's 4star.live. They've got everything from the links for all of our shows. And, of course, they've got a lot of articles, too. And you've even got an article out.
Yeah, I've posted 3 on the last 3 games. So I'm going to try to make that a regular thing.
But it's great to be back on the Hog Trough, man. And I love doing these collaborations. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, certainly. And, the last time we did a show, it was kind of it wasn't the most exciting show because Arkansas the basketball team was just in a funk. And it seems like they've gotten out of it.
Do you really want to call it a funk, though?
It wasn't pretty there for a while. It really wasn't. Anytime you lose the first 3 conference games, you kind of say, what's going on here? But we bounced back strong, and we've won 3 in a row, 3 conference games in a row. Saved the season, in my opinion. Those are 3 wins that we had to have.
You go from being a for sure seed in the NCAA tournament to on the bubble to completely out of the tournament to back on the bubble. I think Joe Lenardi had us as the first 4 out of from the SEC. But a lot of things happened over the last couple of games, Christian.
Yeah.
And we got a lot to cover this afternoon.
Definitely. We'll start with the LSU game because I felt like that was that may have been the win that kind of set things in the right direction. I guess the Missouri game, you could say, just because of the score. That was how dominating that was. But to go on the road at LSU without your head coach, who was recovering from rotator cuff surgery, to go on the road and be led by Keith Smart, who, don't get me wrong, he's a good coach. But I was not expecting us to go on the road and get that win. That was a huge one.
Anytime you beat Will Wade or even LSU is a good day.
Yeah.
He is a slime ball of a human being. I think he's even worse than John Calipari, but that's just me. That's my own personal opinion.
A lot of people would probably agree with you.
Anytime you can step onto LSU's campus and just, beat them like that, it's a pretty good day.
And it wasn't a pretty game, but it was a win. And that's the most important thing. I mean, there at the end, we were down 8 points, I think, and it felt like LSU was going to start pulling away, but our defense held solid. We started making some big shots, and this just looks like a team that's starting to kind of click at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then, last night against South Carolina, the first half was ugly. I mean, we were down by 7. That defense South Carolina was playing was giving our offense a very rough time. And the second half, it was just like a totally different Arkansas team. We were shooting better, playing better defense. And
let me ask you this, Christian. What do you think from and again, none of us have any kind of formal education of any kind. We are literally fans doing what we love, talking about the Hogs. From a fan's perspective, what do you think changed from that 3-game skid to all of a sudden now we're looking like a complete team?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, obviously the coaches and players know that once you have a bad start, every game almost feels like a must win. And I think the players kind of realized that, and they started playing a lot harder. I don't know what it is. I think it's just mental toughness. Is they started being mentally tough when it came to just play. Like they weren't, trying to jack up a bunch of threes. They were actually,
Yeah, we're gonna get into that 3-point thing here in a little while.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. But I think that if I had to guess, I think we've started taking better shots. We're not just literally trying to jack up threes every game.
Well, and Christian too, if you look at the last outside of the Mississippi State blowout, if you look at the Vanderbilt and the A&M score, those are single-digit losses.
Mm-hmm.
So the intensity was there, the toughness was there, but the problem is we had an issue finishing games. They couldn't go 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And these last 2 games, or these last 3, Missouri, LSU, and South Carolina. South Carolina was probably the most complete game I've seen them play all year long. Most dominating game I've seen them play all year long.
I'll agree with that because of how the second half went. The first half I was thinking like, okay, are we going to drop another game at home to a team we should beat?
They shut South Carolina down in the second half. 19 points is all they scored in the second half.
Outscored them 42-19, man.
Yep.
That's it right there.
Was there, and again, I apologize, I haven't been paying that much of attention to the lineup itself, but I know Trey Wade has now gotten a start. Have they made any kind of changes to the lineup outside of Trey Wade? I mean, there's got to be something that has clicked in this team.
Aldis Toney starting, Jalen Williams, I think Devo's starting, and Note. What I can see is how huge Jalen Williams is to this basketball team.
I think I called that last year.
Yeah. I mean, he's the anchor right now, and it's a totally different team when he's out there, and when he's not out there, it shows.
Hi.
So, I really wish I knew what's changed. I mean,
there's got to be there's got to be something there. Okay, whether it's they had a players only meeting and everybody, and y'all know me, I just tell it like it is. And somebody finally stepped up, like I've been saying all season long. Finally, somebody stepped up and said, "Pull your head out of your ass. Let's go play some freaking basketball."
Yeah, I mean, they look like they have more energy and they look like they're playing more as a team. It really does look like that. I feel like now they've kind of settled into their roles a little bit.
Well, and you and I both said it. I guess it was right after Vanderbilt. It was a lot of me basketball. There wasn't a team. It was just every guy was playing for themselves. Everybody was trying to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
now you're starting to see the team come together. Now you're starting to see each other feed the ball a lot more.
And not to take a shot at Chris Likes, I think he's a great player. But we do a lot better when he's not, trying to make things happen all the time.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of his DNA as a player. He's a scorer. But
again, everybody knows basketball is not my forte, and this is usually my off season. So I make rare appearances during basketball and baseball. But what happened to Devo Davis? I mean, now granted he took a fall and got his tooth knocked out during the LSU game.
Yeah.
But he's really started to kind of, I don't want to say fall off, but he's kind of gotten cold.
Yeah, he is not playing like he was last year. I don't know if it's, why it is. I mean, he's not being as aggressive as he was last year. I don't know if he's just kind of backing off and letting the other guys, do their thing. But man, if he got going, man, this team could really be something.
Yeah, and if you get guys like K.K. Robinson, Kamani Johnson, Devo, if you get the bench guys going and you get them motivated, dude, this could be one of the most complete teams Arkansas has seen in a while.
And it's hard to say. It's hard that we're saying that now after where we were three games ago.
Right now.
Yeah.
If you remember last year about this time, this is when it finally kicked in for that team, and they made that incredible Elite Eight run, losing to the eventual national champion Baylor, I do believe.
Yeah.
And everybody thought going in, okay, well, you're Elite Eight now. Now everybody's going to be expecting Final Four or even national championship. What a lot of people don't understand, and like I said, we're transitioning into the big topic of the night. But what a lot of people don't understand, Christian, is basketball doesn't work that way sometimes.
No. It's, you win some, you lose some. It's kind of an up and down season. And what I've learned through this 3-game, we thought we saw the worst when we lost those first 3 games, and I feel like we're kind of seeing our best now. I don't think it's a fluke. I think we can actually extend this winning streak out. I think we got a good shot at beating A&M. I think we can beat Ole Miss.
If you settle down, if they continue to stay settled.
Yeah.
And they continue to play basketball and stop trying to be fancy because you didn't see a lot of fancy stuff last night. You didn't see a lot of behind the back or the no look. You didn't see all this fancy stuff. It was hard nosed, get it in the lane, drive it in the paint to the bucket, kind of basketball. As long as they stay away and they keep doing the fundamentals. Yeah. If they just play basketball, no fancy behind the back, this ain't the Harlem Globetrotters, it's the Arkansas Razorbacks.
It's fun, it's fun when you can do all that and win, but if you're not winning, then it's not fun at all. At some point you just got to say, okay, what do we need to do to win? And I think they reached that point after losing their first 3 conference games. They're like, okay, we got to get back into it. Get our heads back.
Well, but Christian, even during those 3-game losses, I mean, yeah, everybody kept saying, "Well, we got to gel." That's what the first couple of games in the preseason in the non-conference is for, is to start gelling, and nobody saw it.
I just think they weren't. I feel like the tough competition kind of hit them in the face because you got to remember.
Of course they did.
Yeah, I think they thought they were a little better than they were, and they didn't have to try as hard. But that's not the case. When you get into conference play, you gotta amp it up even more.
Well, and I forget who said it, but when you play in the SEC, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball, track, golf, swimming, hockey, does not matter. As long as you play in the SEC, there is no easy day in athletics. None.
That's true. And we saw
Missouri.
Missouri beat Ole Miss last night, and then they've beaten Alabama this year. And look what we did to Missouri. So you never know, man.
Any given Saturday, Tuesday, or Thursday.
Right.
But one of the things, and again, basketball is a game of runs. Just like baseball. Baseball is a game of runs. Sometimes you get cold.
You got to make adjustments, man.
That is the key. You just hit the nail on the head. That is the key. In-game adjustments.
That's what won the game last night.
That in South Carolina couldn't hit the ocean, as Chuck Barrett would say.
In the first half, they were hitting everything. Especially that Carter guy, man. He was that transfer from Kansas State, man. He was.
They had a couple of, and I don't know if Mark Curls was officiating the game last night. Screw you, Mark Curls. But South Carolina was getting away with a lot of elbows and headbutts.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to know what Coach Musselman said at half. With his arm, you saw him in his arm sling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think he would be even at the game, but when I turned on the TV to watch it, he was there on the bench, and I guess he was coach. I guess he was.
And
coaching.
he was coaching. Now that kind of surprised me because the last time we heard he was going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah, at least a couple games, I thought. But, it appears that he's back. Appears that Arkansas basketball is back. I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself because, like you said, basketball it's an up and down game. So when it's bad, it's bad. When it's good, it's good. And I think right now Arkansas is kind of peaking at the right time, but there's still a lot of work to do if they even want to get into the top 25. I think they've still got to go on a little bit of a run.
Keyword in all this, sustainability.
Yeah.
So Mama Lisa's in the house.
Yeah.
We just need to win whatever it takes. Amen. And he said,
I can't argue with that.
Nope. And commenting on Eric Musselman, he said, yeah, he was in pain for sure. You could see it all over his face. And then my boy Dwight Raleigh's in the house. What's up, y'all? What's up, Dwight? How's life in the fort?
And Brian Hatch, he said that's the starting lineup last night.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first half, it seemed like it wasn't really working. And then the second half, I don't know if – I couldn't really tell if they had more different players out there. But the second half lineups, whatever that was working.
Well, and, like we said in preseason, you lose a Justin Smith, you lose a lottery pick in Moses Moody, and then you lose Jalen Tate. You're losing the core group of your guys from that Elite Eight team last year. And so if I was Eric Musselman or if I was JD Notae or one of the seniors and upperclassmen on this basketball team, after that last loss, I'd have pulled everybody onto the practice court the next day and go, okay, which one of you want to step up and be a damn leader? Which one of you want to step up and lead this team?
Right now, I know you called this, but I think it's Jalen Williams right now. Now that could change, but I think Williams is the guy right now that's the most reliable. I mean, even at the free throw line, he's knocking down free throws. I mean, he's doing everything it takes to win right now. You can tell he's really, trying to do everything he can.
So the way that they feed him the ball, Now, there was one time last night in the second half that was a beautiful ball fake.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was there, and he walked. I mean, he could have literally walked it right up to the basket because he had faked South Carolina out so bad. But you're seeing the progression now. You're starting to see it, that gelling. You're starting to see that I'm going to go ahead and say it, sustainability. Now, if we can keep that going,
yeah,
cool.
We've got to keep this going. Whatever we've got going, we need to keep it going. I like this comment right here. I assume he's talking about Vanover. Yeah.
What happened? Because when he was recruited and when he came on campus, he was touted as this great player, this monstrosity of a player.
Well, if you look at him, man, he's 7 foot.
He's 7'3", but he's got guys that are my height.
And he can shoot.
Jumping over him. All right. What does that tell you?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, last night he got bullied a couple times. But when I feel like the only thing he does well is occasionally he can rebound. Occasionally he can alter shots. I don't think he can keep up with the pace that we like to play at. And he can hit the 3 ball every now and then, but he doesn't get a lot of opportunities when he's in, so he's got to make the most of them. So right now it seems like, he hasn't. I don't think he's had the time to find a rhythm, but at this point,
perfect.
We can't give him the time at this point. We need to stick with what's working.
Yeah.
I think he can help this team in some way. I don't know.
Ryan Hatch says we play too fast for his game, and I 100% back this comment up.
Yeah.
And of course, Mama Lisa coming in. Well, it's obvious they really like each other and enjoy playing together. That is true. They looked like they were having a lot of fun last night.
It's obvious now, I think, a lot more than it was, during that losing stretch. But I think they've just kind of, like she said, just kind of bonded a little bit, or something's, like you said, something obviously happened after that. Was it the Texas A&M game? I feel like something flipped. I mean, we didn't just beat Missouri; we destroyed them. Then we go to LSU and beat them, and then last night we played pretty good.
Pretty good. I think it was our best game of the season so far. Was against South Carolina.
That second half was. I will give you that.
But something must have gone down, or something finally clicked in all of them, and now you're starting to see. It. So all these people, and we're about to get into the debate section of the show, and I've got a couple of debate topics that I'm going to throw people for a couple of loops for, because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
There's people, fire Muslim, and he's the Chad. And again, I'm the one that started that Chad Morris comparison because of the way it looked.
I guess.
If you look at what happened during that 3-game, during those losses, okay, and you look at how it went down on the football field during the Chad Morris era, the similarities were way too close.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he deserves that comparison yet, right now.
Well, no, and I wasn't.
I see what you're saying, but
I wasn't saying he is Chad Morris.
It felt like a little bit like it was going to go kind of in that direction, but
that was the comparison I was trying to make. Was this could be very, very bad?
But I didn't want to go there in my head yet. I wanted,
I go there just so I could rattle cages.
Right.
That's just who I am. But all these fans, and I've said it year in and year out. So most people that are watching have watched me for the better part of 5 years. I'm closing in on 5 years of doing this, Christian.
Yeah.
And
glad you got back into it.
Man, hey, I have not had this much fun doing this in a very long time. So I like I said, props to Wes and Bum for bringing me onto 4-star and re-energizing me. But my point is, every year you have those fans that are, and again, I've said it for years. Arkansas is the most polarizing fan base in the country because the Hogs are it. We don't have an NFL, MLB, MLS, NBA, or whatever team.
Right.
Okay, so the Hogs are our team, and whenever
Right.
they start losing, everybody starts jumping off that bandwagon. Fire the coach. Oh my God, we suck. We're terrible. Wrap the season up. It's over. When's baseball season?
Well, that's bandwagon fans. See, you proved the point.
Those same fans, though. Those same fans, when we make the Elite Eight runs, when we make the Final Four runs, when we make the college, the regionals and the super regionals and the College World Series, and the playoff rankings, those same fans are, oh yeah, we're back, woohoo! So I have to ask, how do you feel now?
Yeah, totally. And Dwight, I'll mention that we went on a 23-1 run last night. I did not realize we did that. That's crazy. We need
Hold on. I'm getting called out here, and this ain't fair.
Yeah.
This ain't fair, Wilbanks.
Yeah, why aren't you on camera, man?
Actually I'm not in the studio, so I am not in my whole hitch and giddy up. So
so last night there was Arkansas made history in a not so great way.
We're really going to do this. We're really going to do this, aren't we?
It happened in a win, so
you're really going to go there, aren't you?
It's not as bad as it could have been if we would have
lost. Do it.
You want me to put it out there?
Do it.
Arkansas.
No.
Okay, I'll let you do it.
Why do I got to do it?
Okay, I'll do it.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll be the asshole today. So for the first time since 1989, Arkansas did not make a three-pointer in a ball game.
Yeah.
Something like 1,200 games.
Mm-hmm.
That has been snapped.
19. I think it was 1,902 games. If I saw.
Yeah, it was about 2,000. I think it was about 2,000, maybe a little bit more. But here's the thing, Christian. I'm gonna throw this out here for debate. Yes, we didn't shoot a three, but again, I'm circling back to the fan base. These same fans just 3 games ago were talking about, we shoot too many threes. We need to drive in the paint. We need to get it inside more. Now, last night, we completely blow out, dominate South Carolina, and we do it at the free throw line, and we do it in the paint, inside with Jalen Williams. And these fans are still not happy. Now they're saying, well, we should have made a three. We should have took a three. We should have made a three. Make up your mind. And where did who said it? Who said it? Mama Lisa said it. She said, as long as we win, who cares? That's my point. As long as we win, who the hell cares?
Right. I agree with that. Brian Hatch said it was 1,092 games. So yeah, I was off by about 800 games. So
we're not going to say how much I was off because I don't do math. Y'all know this. Dang, Mama Lisa's coming in with the heat tonight. We're going to have to shoot and make threes against Kentucky and Auburn for sure. That very good point.
Yeah.
You're going to have to have points on the perimeter if you're going to have a chance against these blue bloods like the Auburns, the Kentuckys. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we play Florida, but my point still stands is if you go up against a blue blood basketball team that is known for basketball,
yeah,
it's going to have to be a complete game. 3-point line, foul line, and on the inside in the paint.
I wonder how many we attempted last night.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be able to pull that up for you.
I'm sure we attempted plenty of them.
I got them right here. Hang on. Full box score.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
Team stats. So South Carolina was 7 of 23 from the 3-point line. Arkansas 0 and 11.
Yeah. So we took some.
11. From the free throws, 27 of 33 for Arkansas, 12 of 24 for South Carolina, and then of course field goals, 33% for South Carolina, 40% for Arkansas.
So
here's the thing, Christian. As long as, and again, I'm going to circle back to what Mama Lisa said. As long as we win, who in the hell cares?
Right. And while we're on the topic of basketball, we got A&M on Saturday, who's no slouch.
No,
they've already beaten us this year. They're 15-2, I believe.
15-2.
4-0 in conference play. I actually think we can beat them. It's at Bud Walton Arena.
Well, ESPN's FPI or BPI is giving us 72% chance of winning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a game we should win, and
So your next stretch of games is A&M, Ole Miss, and then West Virginia in the Big 12 SEC Challenge.
Yeah.
And then you go back to conference play with Georgia, Mississippi State, and Auburn.
Yeah.
So you're getting into the meat of the SEC schedule now, where every game is a winnable game if you keep it up, if you sustain what you've got and you stay on the fundamentals.
They've got to keep this formula going. What they're doing right now, they're not gonna win every game, but they still need to keep this winning formula intact.
Right. So if you remember during football season, every time they played football, they didn't try any trick plays or fancy plays or anything like that.
A couple times they did.
But my point. Let me make my point. When you play hard-nosed football, running it down the throats, throwing it over the middle, play action, the fundamentals. That was when Arkansas was playing their best. Then you all of a sudden, in the middle of a game, you throw in a trick play for no reason at all, and it throws that momentum off, and they got to start all over again. Same thing in basketball. If you're running down the court and you're trying to do the behind-the-back no-look pass or, what have you, and they're trying to do the alley-oops and the whoop-de-doops and the flip-de-doos or whatever, cut that out.
And that also, pisses off the other team, so they're going to play even harder.
Well, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's poor sportsmanship. But
it's not poor sportsmanship, but it trust me.
It motivates the other team. Oh, they're going to get fancy? All right, fine.
And that while you touched on football there for a minute, we'll kind of transition into football.
You're going to do it again, aren't you?
Kendall
More
Briles.
bad news.
Kendall Briles, I think.
Okay, you didn't go there. Okay, all right.
We got what bad news? Do we have bad news to talk about in football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's bad news per se.
Kendall Briles apparently is staying. I know there was some talks about him maybe going to be the Miami offensive.
I was going to say, is that confirmed?
I don't want to say it's confirmed, but what I've seen so far, it seems like he is going to stay. But I'm sure if he was offered a head coaching job, that could change. But
true.
In Arkansas, we lost Greg Brooks and Joe Fouché in the portal, and Traylon Smith officially declared that he was in the portal today. But we've been making some noise in the transfer portal.
So
go ahead.
I want to make a comment about Joe Fouché and Greg Brooks. I got a chance to meet them both, and some of the people on my staff did as well. Here's the thing. Those two, at least Fouché, were recruited to Arkansas by Chad Morris. They stayed, and again, I don't remember Greg Brooks, but Joe Fouché for sure is a 4-year graduate here at the University of Arkansas. He stayed through the worst 2 years in program history when he had a chance to leave. Okay.
Well, there wasn't the transfer portal. Well, it may have been.
Well,
it wasn't as easy.
It wasn't as easy. He'd have to sit out back then.
He may have. I get your point, though.
But at the same time, my point is he stayed through the worst period in program history. He's been here 4 years. If he wants to graduate and go somewhere else, deuces. More power to the young man. Now, does it suck that he's at our biggest rival? Yeah, that just means that KJ's going to get to play against him and burn him if he makes the starting job.
But hey, they're kind of a distant memory now, to me at least. We made some noise in the transfer portal. We picked up former five-star from Alabama, Drew Sanders. He's a linebacker.
Huge.
And the McGuthern kid from LSU. Well, he's not a kid. The McGuthern guy from LSU.
The young man out of LSU.
Yeah, I think those are two, great defensive pickups, and I think they kind of soften the blow, if not improve our defense from Fouché and Brooks leaving. And we got a backup quarterback, Cade Fortin from USF, and
So here's my question to our viewers and to you as well, Christian.
Yeah.
Malik Hornsby goes out and says, I'm entering the transfer portal. He goes out, he enters the transfer portal. Not even 48 hours later, news breaks. Malik Hornsby pulls his name from the transfer portal and is staying at the University of Arkansas.
That's interesting. I wonder if he expected teams to come after him, and he wasn't getting the.
With us picking up and I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to catch hell for it. With us picking up the experienced USF quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. We all know KJ's QB1. Okay. We all know QB1 is KJ. Okay.
Yeah.
There is talk that Malik Hornsby is moving to wide receiver. I've not seen anything confirmed on that.
I've actually thought about that personally. Like, we could use him somewhere if he's not playing quarterback. Now, I know he's not a very big guy, but he's not meant to take a bunch of hits. He's not. But that's the thing. He's not
Christian,
all the SEC is. That's all the SEC is. So
Christian, the boy is fast.
Oh, very fast. And if he does, if they can't catch him, then,
So
can't hit him.
Dwight brought up a good point, and this I was just about to get to that. Pittman said earlier last year that said if you enter the transfer portal, you ain't coming back to the University of Arkansas. Why all of a sudden are we seeing?
He's done it twice.
He's done it twice. So, is it one of those where they put their name in the portal and he recruited them back?
Well.
Or was it, I'm putting my name in the portal, and if I don't get the school that I want, I'm going to turn around and come just to get notoriety. And because we don't know what coach is thinking. All right. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And I think, and I have not, like I said, it's a distant memory now, but that was in reference to the Mike Woods situation.
Right.
There was more to the Mike Woods transfer than the public knew about. I have a feeling. I'm not saying there is or there's not, but from the way it went down and the way it all unfolded and how fast it unfolded, I think that comment was in context with the Mike Woods thing.
That's kind of where it all started to unravel, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Was the NIL and the transfer, that was a thing when he left, right? Yeah. When
Woods went?
Yeah. That was the first major blow to our team. But
hold on, wait a minute. I'm pulling my Skip Bayless card and I'm disagreeing with you. That was not a major blow. Because look who stepped up.
It would have been nice to have him last year, even though we did go 9-4 without him. But I'm over it though. I don't. It's over.
I mean,
Cam Little.
you'd have had a dual threat at wide receiver if Mike Woods would have stayed with Treylon Burks.
The thing is, it didn't really help his draft stock. I don't think it did anything for him.
Dude, have you seen his stats at Oklahoma?
They weren't that great, were they?
He's a third string wide receiver, and I think at last check he has only been thrown to 7 times.
Yeah.
Let me pull it. Hang on, I want to see it.
But it's all right. We got Hazelwood.
Yeah.
Can't forget about him.
2021 stats: 35 catches for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's it.
He probably didn't get a lot of targets, but that's
it. It did not help his draft stock at all.
Yeah.
He went there because of the money.
Yeah, he probably got him a nice little deal. So seems like next year we're going to be in better shape than we thought, at least. I mean, we've got Catalan coming back. We've got Bumper Pool coming back. We've got the Drew Sanders kid from Alabama. We got McGothern from LSU.
Right.
KJ's coming back. We got Hazelwood. I think we got a couple of O linemen coming back, and I think we're going to try to. I think we added a D lineman.
Well, you're losing a lot of pieces, and you're losing, and I'm going to say it, you're losing your leader of that team in Grant Morgan. Yeah. If we could duplicate Grant Morgan 100 times, I'd totally be okay with it.
Is Hayden Henry still on the team?
No, I think he's. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he graduated out or what. I can't remember. But the point is, we're not going to know. We're not going to know how this team is until spring. That spring game in April is going to tell us a little about where we are.
Yeah, and I'm already ready for football season. Not that I don't like basketball or baseball, I love it, but I whenever football is good, it's just a whole nother level of excitement for me.
Well, and as we're closing here, last 15 minutes of the show, look, Christian, right now, the last, I'll say 18 months have been some of the most exciting times to be a Razorback fan that I can remember in a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Football, you're back for the first time ever, you're ranked in the college football playoff rankings. Not the AP poll, the college football playoff rankings. Mm-hmm. Okay. Basketball had an Elite 8 run last year. First time since 1993-94. All right. Baseball. You ain't even got to say nothing there, dude. You ain't even got to say nothing there.
Ranked 2 this year so far. I mean, in the preseason poll, that could change, obviously.
There's a reason Dave Van Horn is known as the GOAT of college baseball.
He's a great coach. I would like to see him get a championship, though. That would cement his legacy.
Oh yeah, since 2018, it's coming.
Yeah, I feel like every year we've got a good shot to do it.
Well, but here's the thing: you go to LSU, you go to Mississippi State, and yeah, you can watch baseball. Whoop-de-doo. There's a different atmosphere when you step out into that stadium and you step out onto that berm known as the Hog Pen, and you've got 10, 12,000 fans screaming the 3 most dangerous words in all of collegiate athletics.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's got to be a little intimidating.
There has a different atmosphere. Okay? And I have said it on my show many times. You step foot on the campus of the University of Arkansas, and you hear 80,000 screaming fans calling the Hogs. You have 20,000 fans inside of Bud Walton calling the Hogs. 10, 12,000 at Baum Walker.
Yeah.
If you don't get chills, you have no soul. Because
it's awesome. It really is.
You hear that echo of that Hog call. And if you call yourself a Razorback fan,
well, there's nothing else like it.
There's nothing else like it. Yeah, the Gators got the chomp.
But I'm saying, as far as like, everybody together, on cue doing, maybe the tomahawk chomp with Florida State, but that's just all that is this. I mean,
yeah, and they got that from the Chiefs.
So no, Arkansas, and also that kind of brings me to the last point.
Well, hold on. I've got one more point about the hog call. Is there and Houston Nutt said it best. Houston Nutt said it best when he would recruit players. He said there's a lot of lions, there's a lot of tigers, and there's a lot of bears out there, but there's only one Razorback. Yeah. No other collegiate team in the NCAA on any level are known as the Razorbacks.
But that leads me to my next point. I saw where the Washington football team might change their mascot to the Hogs. I did see that.
They can't trademark because of the University of Arkansas.
Like HOGS, like just
yes.
That's it. You can't.
No, they can't because the University of Arkansas has it trademarked, and they can't do it because it's already trademarked.
Okay, that makes me feel better. When I saw that, I was like, man.
It's a different atmosphere, and they were talking about it last night on the broadcast. Is when you're inside of Bud Walton Arena and those fans get into it, the players feed off of that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The players feed off of that.
Sometimes I wonder what it does to the opponents. Like, does it,
It puts the fear of God into them.
Yeah.
Fear of Frank Broyles or the Razorback, whatever.
Dwight Raleigh, I can't talk about the NFL. I'm still heartbroken over the Cowboys.
You had to go there, didn't you, Christian?
I'm at the point now where I can talk about it.
I'm not, so we're not going to do it. I love my Cowboys.
I was heartbroken, man.
I love my Cowboys. I'm a big Dak Prescott fan. I've got his the salute to service jersey. But I'm going to say this, and I am not a fair weather fan when I say this. I'm telling it to, like I said, everybody that knows me knows I call it like it is. $75 million quarterback. I'd like a full refund, please.
Yeah. I give him praise when he does well. But he doesn't, he's not striking me as a quarterback that's worth $75 million.
Not right now. He's a 4th-round draft pick that's got, one playoff win in his entire career?
And yes, Mom, the Cowboys fans did throw stuff at the onto the field.
And they flipped the bird, and they threw trash on it. Yes.
I think they were throwing it at the referees, but I know it.
I wonder
though, players.
I wonder though, Christian. I wonder. Did anybody throw a mustard bottle?
Yeah, that did give me some Tennessee vibes when that happened.
I'm curious. Was there a mustard bottle in there somewhere?
That's funny.
I
want to know how they got a mustard bottle into the game. But we won't go on to that.
I have no idea.
I guess you can take a mustard bottle into a game.
I don't.
Anyway.
I'm not even going to try to speculate. But overall, dude, like for real, right now, yeah, the basketball team struggled a little bit, but you can definitely tell the loyal fans from the fair weather. Now, last point. I know we're wrapping up, Christian, but there's a very important point that I want to make, and I've got to give a shout out to everybody, including the gymnastics team. Friday night, they had, for the first time ever, a gymnastics meet inside of Bud Walton Arena.
Really?
They set an attendance record of 10,000 people showed up to that.
That's a lot.
Gymnastics meet.
Yeah.
Okay. Kudos to every single fan that went. I watched it from home. I didn't know half the shit they were doing because I'm not a gymnastics fan, but there were Razorbacks and I support them.
Right. That's all I got to do. As long as they're wearing the hog on their jersey.
I want to challenge each and every one of our fans. We sell out Bud Razorback Stadium. We sell out Bud Walton Arena. We sell out Baum-Walker Stadium. All right. I want to start hearing we've sold out Bogle Park. We've sold out Bud Walton Arena for a women's game.
Right.
Okay. I want to hear we've sold out Barnhill Arena for a volleyball match or for a gymnastics match. Or gymnastics meet. Whatever they call it.
What do you think it's going to take to get to that point? I mean,
you really want we've got 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's a stigma. It is a society stigma.
Well,
that has been around for ages. And I'm going to tell you something because I've seen this Razorback ladies team with my own eyes. They're about as scrappy as the men are.
They're good.
Jersey Wolfenberger, Amber Ramirez. I mean, every single girl on that team, they are not afraid to get down and dirty. They'll throw elbows if they need to.
They have definitely come a long way from where they were as a program. I feel like they're way more respectable now with neighbors there.
Here's my issue. That arena holds just under 20,000 people. Explain to me, give me one logical reason why 1,500 fans show up for the women's game.
I'm sure there's.
Why can we not pack out Bud Walton for the ladies like we do the guys? Imagine 20,000 people screaming "Woo Pig Suey" during a ladies' game.
Yeah.
You want to talk about an intimidation factor? Son.
I do think it would definitely give them a spark for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how the players would respond to that because they've never had that.
They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
They'd be hella impressed.
I mean, they see it when the guys. I mean, I know it's gotta hurt their feelings, a little bit.
And again, I'm not talking negative about anything. But if you're gonna call yourself a Razorback fan, it doesn't matter if it's the ladies or the guys. Support your team.
Right.
Show up. If you can't show up, watch it on television. But if you can show up, and here's the problem. I saw so many fans selling tickets on social media.
Mm-hmm.
If you're don't buy tickets if you're not gonna go. Okay. Now I get it. Sometimes things come up, and I'm on my soapbox, Christian. So I apologize.
You're good.
Sometimes things come up, and I get that. Okay. But don't buy them and then turn around and try to sell them.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's all I'm going to say about it. It's been a thorn in my side for a while.
Here's what I think. I don't think it's going to change because they're going to have the Arkansas women's are going to have to give fans a reason to show up. That's just the bottom line. If you saw the football season, Chad Morris, when he was there, fans, you couldn't pay me to go. I mean, I did go to several games, but after a certain point, you couldn't pay me to go back to another game.
I was there for the Mississippi State and the Western Kentucky game and for the Colorado State game. I was there for a couple of games. And
I don't think
you can ask anybody that's close to me. When it comes to the game of football and my Razorbacks, I'm very, 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 very animated. I've been kicked out of restaurants before because I've gotten loud.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But I couldn't leave either because I'm a loyal fan. I stay through the final buzzer, and it sucked. And then you flash forward 24 months, and number 15 Texas comes to town, and you look around, and there are people packing the staircase.
Yeah.
Anywhere that people could be packed into, there were people there.
The game that hurt me
The first time in years, and you heard that hog call and you heard that echo. Oh my! And there's that little, half a second silence between them. Oh, dude, I was even getting scared. I was like, "Here it comes!"
Pittman and KJ and Bumper Pool. I saw they were at the basketball game last night.
Yep.
And they were leading the hog call. So it looks like
the entire football game, or the entire football team was there last night.
Yeah.
They were there being recognized for the Outback Bowl.
And I think the trophy was even at the arena.
Trophy was there. They carried the trophy to midcourt.
Yeah, one of my friends who goes to their games, he took a picture with the trophy. So I would like to just touch the golden boot or something.
I had a chance to lay eyes on it and put my hand on it. Bruh.
Yeah.
That's like putting on the Infinity Gauntlet from the Avengers, man. It's like you're drunk with power. You're like,
yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I think we've about covered everything.
Fans, real quick, fans, stay tuned at 7:00 over on 4-Star Sports Media. Christian and I will be back with the rest of the guys as we begin our weekly transition into basketball season. It is our college basketball pick'em show, and yeah, that's going to be fun. Wes Bum, Brandon, Wes Bum, Will, and of course you and me, Christian. We're going to have a lot of fun on that show, and coming up in just over an hour from now. So y'all stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure Bum's going to try to make fun of Arkansas fans again.
Well, he can't do it this time because Memphis is trash in basketball. So
the shots have already been fired.
Oh, he fired him first. When Arkansas was losing on that losing streak, he said, "What's up with that trash basketball team of yours?" And ever since he said that, maybe we're not trash. I thought we were when he said it, but
so, all right, man. You got anything else before we get up out of here?
I think we covered it. Baseball, less than a month away.
Let's hope opening day I don't get another kidney stone. But let's just everybody good thoughts.
I'm gonna try to go to at least a series this year, or maybe to the SEC tournament. Just
if you go to the SEC tournament, holler at me. I'll tag along.
Okay, in Hoover.
Yep.
All right, man.
Real quick, big announcement. I don't remember the dates. I think it's January 25th through February 3rd.
Yes.
Wes Pruitt and Brandon Bumgardner from The Point, and of course 4-Star Sports Media are going to be down in Mobile for the Reese's Senior Bowl. And Christian and I are going to be covering things back here at home, and we'll be checking in with them daily while they're down in Mobile. So y'all are not going to want to miss that. And and I'm not allowed to divulge any kind of names, but they're going to have some big name people coming on the show down there in Mobile. So You're not going to want to miss that.
I'm excited to see the coverage. I think they're going to have a blast. I think it's going to be great.
Oh, we're all going to have a blast. I mean, even though we're not down there, we're going to have a blast with it, watching it from here.
And we'll get them on our show too.
Oh yeah. I don't know about you, Christian, but I will be doing daily check-ins from Mobile from the Senior Bowl with Wes every night. We don't have a time yet. We're still trying to work on a schedule, but I will be doing daily check-ins for your Senior Bowl report.
Sounds good, man. All right. 4-Star Nation, Inside the Hog Pen Nation, and the Hog Trough Nation. Thanks for watching another episode of the Hog Trough, and we will see you again soon. Go Hogs.
Woohoo! Go Hogs!